Welcome to Laugh Out Lore's Eldruma, Secrets of Eldruma to be exact. A few announcements before we get started. Number one, check out our merch store at laughoutLore.com, or if you want to do it the easy way, check it out right there. Just put it in our chat. Just click that link, and it'll take you over to our merch store. We have everything from face masks to hats to yoga pants. If you're into that, we got some sweats. It's a little pricey. I am working on another provider, though, who will get us things a lot cheaper. So keep an eye out. If you want to support us, go ahead and make a purchase or send us some bits. Subscribe, do whatever you guys want to do. Also, check out our Discord. You can find that out by !Discord, and it'll send you a link in our chat. You can do that even if we're offline. Also, shout out to Gooey or Monk for playing Warhammer this morning. Got me really in the frickin' mood for D&D tonight. It was very D&D-esque. It was really fun.
It is. I like that game. You can pick like elf, dwarf. I don't know what the tall guy with the hat is. I think he's like based off a priest from
nice.
the 1700s or something. And then there's like a pirate captain guy and some lady who's on fire.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was super fun. I think it's is it on Game Pass?
Yes, Warhammer, Vermintide 2.
Yeah, so check that out. Super fun. Obviously, we're not sponsored by Microsoft or anything like that, but it looked super fun. Really got me in the mood for tonight. So, Gooey or Monk 58 on Twitch. I'm going to go ahead and send that over in chat as well.
Monk in the mornings.
Yep, Monk in the mornings.
Energy, go to Raise Energy Promotions and use Monk in the morning. You get 15% off.
There you go.
Selflessly promoting myself.
Actually, what's the link of that again? I'll put it in the chat.
What is it? REPP's Rep Sports, I want to say.
Once you get it, just send it over.
Raise Energy, if you search Raise Energy, it'll take you to the site. And then when you use the promo code Monk in the Morning.
Monk in the Morning.
I think it's linked on my Facebook page for Gooey or Monk.
Nice. Yes, check him out. I put his Twitch channel in the chat. Gotta love what he's doing. Monk in the Morning. It's super fun. I watch him while I'm working. Sometimes I have to put him on mute.
Free advice. Workout.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Exactly.
Motivation.
Rain, sleet, or snow. Just got to go and fuck today in the mouth.
Nylar has joined us. Welcome, Nylar. Well, we have the majority. I think Bjork is actually out tonight. But we have Sharkbait coming in, and we have Dr. Filbert Freud is back, who is our Arokra monk. And it's been a while since he's been on Eldruma, but we'll catch him up to speed. Or he's caught up to speed as of last week, I believe. So I think that ends all my announcements. Check out our merch store. Check out Gooey or Monk 58. Monk in the mornings. And then, yeah, I think that's it. So last we left off, you guys did a pub crawl. 2 of you won, but I know Traka won, and who was the other? Nylar won.
Yeah, we got the Merryman mugs.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to add those. No one reminded me. I'll add those if someone reminds me. I'll add those in. But essentially, they're mugs that are almost like alchemist jugs, but it's just for that particular user or that player. No one else can use it. They have to attune to it. I thought it was a nice little companion. And then offline, we actually did Bjork's run through with a pub, and he was 1 drink away from winning. He was pretty pissed because, Bjork. So, you guys were heading. It started to become morning, and from Bjork's conversation with the half-orc that the Queen's Challenge was coming up, and Bjork heard her call it the Queen's Cup. But you're really unsure of what it really pertains to. So you guys start heading through. There's another Zoom user. Let's hope it's someone we know. All right, Zoom user, who are you?
You hear me?
Yeah. Is that Drake?
It's Drake. Yeah.
Shark
Last
bait.
time I was in the shower and I was like, I'm not unmuting myself to talk to you. I'm just gonna leave again.
That's probably a good thing. You can turn your
I was just trying
shower
to
on
listen
now.
to you guys so I could like keep up with what was happening while I was there. You
We
know what I mean?
literally just started, so we're good.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So last week you did miss a pub crawl, a shark bait. Traka and Nylar won. They got cups that basically can have any drink they want that's non-magical. So it's kind of like the alchemy jug that you guys have, but it's just for them.
Cool.
So many
Great. That's what we
things to
need is
drink
even
out
more
of.
alcohol for them.
More alcohol for them. I love it.
It's going to be my coffee mug every morning. I'm just going to have coffee in it.
Oh, that's true, because it's anything you've tasted. So obviously you've had coffee, so you could literally just say coffee and just drink it nonstop.
I have solidified yak's milk.
It's a liquid. There's no solids.
Liquefied yak's milk.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure you've
If you
drank
catch
it.
my drift.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely drink whatever you want, buddy. Whatever you have tasted.
Mayonnaise a drink?
Oh, now we are up
I mean,
to
I can
3.
fill my alchemy jug with mayonnaise. If
That
you
is
want.
true. Yeah, the alchemy jug definitely has mayonnaise and honey, I believe.
How do you guys have these backgrounds on right now?
Virtual background.
Yeah, virtual backgrounds. If you go where your video settings are, like if you hit like the little arrow on video, you'll see virtual backgrounds.
You don't have a cool computer or a high def computer. It probably won't
Actually, I
work.
think he does. I think he games on his
I have
computer.
a
doing it
phone,
right
so-
off my phone.
I'm doing it on my phone right now.
Oh yeah.
So it's the more button for you when you click on the screen and then
Go
just
to
click
more.
visual. Yeah, go to more and it'll say visual background.
It
All
says
right.
chat, meeting settings, minimize meeting, backgrounds, and filters.
Yep, background and filters. All right, so you guys head out of the pub. You all had a long rest. Blessings by the clerics of Dionysus, who is the the god of wine and alcohol. So you guys start walking towards the plaza, which is where the event is taking place. You hear
I want to holler for servant. Make sure he's following me. Got my pocket in hand.
You left
that's-
him.
Yeah, so you did leave him on that one bar, but it is morning now, and you see him stumbling out of the bar half naked.
I'm gonna go and put my pocket in his hand and say, "Come on, we got some games to go to."
Perfect. Yeah, and he just grabs on. He's a little dazed. He's not really sure what exactly happened, but he just follows along, holding on to your pocket.
I was waiting for you to go. He looks at you and goes, "Who are you?"
Nope, he definitely remembers good old Traka. He left a very good impression. Let's just say that. So you guys start walking away, and you hear people talking about the Queen's Cup as you're walking through. And it's only like a quarter of a mile, but everybody's walking towards the plaza, and you hear people talking about kind of what they think it's going to pertain to this year, because every year is a different challenge. And you hear one person say, I wish I could just win one time. I would be known forever. And another guy said, man, you'd never win. You're not strong enough. And the other guy's like, yeah, but I'm pretty quick. And the guy was like, yeah, but you ain't lucky. And you kind of get the sense that there may require some strength and some speed. Probably some intelligence and a lot of luck to win this.
Oh, good thing we're full.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I have Walter fly up and see if he can scout what we might be doing for us?
Yeah, I would say it's fine. Go ahead and have Walter go. Roll a perception check for Walter.
It's a nat 20.
All right. So you see Walter flying up, and it's kind of weird because he's flying pretty high right now, and you see him kind of go up a little bit because you tell him kind of scout it out, and you see him jet towards almost like an obelisk looking thing, because you guys are getting pretty close to the plaza now. And you look up. Actually, Traka, go ahead and roll me a perception as well, because you're probably keeping an eye on him.
That's another nat 20.
Damn. All right. So you're looking up, and you're seeing a glint on the top of this obelisk, and it's caught his attention. So you look through, and you see him swoop down and grab this whatever object it is, and you hear horns blowing. And as you do, you see, well, especially with a nat 20, and you're getting pretty close, you see something make him jerk, and he jerks again, and then he just falls. What do you do?
Chaka starts running towards Walter.
All right. You make your way through pretty quickly, especially since you know exactly where he was falling with that 20. He has 2 crossbow bolts sticking out of his neck.
I want to check his pulse.
All right. Roll a medicine check.
21.
You feel no pulse.
I'm going to shake him and start screaming at him.
Okay. As you do, you see this kind of crowd gather around, and you see a bunch of people heading towards this obelisk. And it doesn't look like they're running towards Walter at all. It looks like, and you're kind of looking around now, you see hundreds of these golden little, like almost little balls, I guess, but they're made of pure gold. And all around, it's just all around you. And in his hand is just like a charred piece of, I guess, remnants of whatever he grabbed seemed to explode in his hand. And all around you are just a bunch of golden balls. And you hear people saying, "It's not supposed to start that way. What happened?" And you hear one of the announcers, he's not super far away, probably like 60, 70 feet up on the stairs next to the queen. And it says, "Looks like we've got a false start this morning, folks, but we're going to go ahead and keep it going." And some of the rules: no killing. Reminder: no killing of players. Unfortunately, one's already done. We have the guards looking out for what's going on, but no killing. If we see a death, you're going to jail. Everyone else, you can fight. You can look around. If you find the right golden ball, you win the Queen's Cup, and you get the blessing of the Queen. And as you hear that, you see the little gnome wizard that you're all familiar with running up. And he's pulling out a scroll, and he starts to read it, and nothing happens. And he says, "This magic should work. I don't understand." And it's Finn Dizzle. He says, I don't know what's going on. He looks down at the arrows. He's going to make a Arcana check on the arrows. With an 18, he says, "These look like the same kind of magic that they used on me." What do you want to do?
Look at Finn Dizzle and be like, "Hey, man, what are you talking about?"
I think you may have not been here when it happened, but 2 arrows struck Walter. I know Malak wasn't. Struck Walter in the neck, and he is dead.
What?
Walter tried to grab the shiny thing, and he got shot by some arrows, and he's dead. I feel like Traka's doing his best to keep his composure, but it's not really working, and he's just going to kind of lean on Servant for some comfort since his monkey friend is dead.
Nylar, I'm going to say under my breath, like, "Man, never got to figure out about his family."
All right. You guys...
I'm going to stuff Walter in the bag of holding so that I can bury him later.
Okay. Easily done. He's small enough to fit in there pretty easily. You hear Findizzle... you kind of look at him, Traka, and he's definitely got some tears in his eyes. He goes, "This isn't supposed to happen. No one's supposed to die at this." and he says, I just don't know what happened. And then he kind of looks up at the queen's platform, and you guys actually do see the queen up there too. You see a dark drow up here, and Traka, roll another perception with disadvantage because you're pretty upset.
13.
The dark drow that you see up there looks very familiar. And you finally, it takes you a second, and as you're thinking about it, you're seeing everyone else grab these golden balls, and as they lift them up, they're just disappearing every single time someone grabs one. Does anyone have a passive perception greater than 14?
By the way, you missed to
Yes.
create your pants
Oh, I
on
did.
his nat 20s.
I did. You're right. So two crit your pantses, both for you, because Walter's is void because he's dead.
Okay, so it was 1.
Yeah.
Were we critting a pants for the monkey? What?
Yeah, he rolled a nat 20 for perception.
Double damage, and the target must make a DC 12 con save, or on a failed save, the target is knocked prone.
Good to know. I would keep that in mind. You see all these balls disappearing. Who had a higher passive perception?
21.
Nylar.
Traka.
Mine's a 16.
Passive, Traka. Not a
Passive,
roll.
21.
Your passive perception's 21.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Hey,
Are we?
what level are we?
What?
That's a damn good ranger.
We're level 5.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Nylar and Traka, you're kind of at this base of this obelisk, and under it, it actually says something. What languages do you know, Nylar?
I know common, gnomish, and undercommon.
Okay, none of these, except for the first phrase, you understand. And it says, make haste slowly. Traka, what is yours? Well, what languages do you know?
Common, Draconic, Gnomish, and Orc.
Okay, you only understand the first one, too. But if you point it out to the others, we could see if anybody else knows. Does anyone know Dwarven?
Nope.
Okay. Anyone know Elven or Elvish?
Hey, Finn, you know these?
Finn Dizzle actually would know Halfling, and he would know Elven. So he would actually see, if you wish her well, kindly and nobly. But the second phrase is still unknown, and it is in Dwarven.
If you wish her well,
Yeah, so it says, make haste slowly, something in Dwarvish. If you wish her well, kindly and nobly.
So everybody's just grabbing these balls. Speaking of balls,
Yeah. Speaking of balls, indeed.
Nathan, what languages do you
I'm
speak?
gonna
Balls.
Balls, copy.
Nathan, just to fill you in really quick,
Yes, fill me
Walter,
in.
you guys are at an obelisk in the middle of a game called the Queen's Cup, and Walter is dead. He got shot by 2 arrows, and no one knows where it came from.
Aw, R.I.P. Walter.
Indeed. Do you speak Dwarvish?
Do I speak what?
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish. No.
Okay. So you do not, no one knows what the second phrase is, but
hold the platinum up and say, does anyone speak Dwarvish?
that would definitely gain some attention. You see a dwarf step out very quickly, say, yeah, and he grabs it, and he looks and goes,
What's his middle phrase say?
the pennant will be yours. And so now the whole thing says, make haste slowly, the pennant will be yours, if you wish her well, kindly and nobly.
I want to punch him in the throat and give him the platinum.
Okay, so you're giving him 2 platinum because he already took the other one.
Well, I meant the platinum I had in my hand, but I'm
okay.
still gonna punch him in the throat so we can get a head start on him.
Okay. He was not playing, but he just accepts it because that's a fucking platinum, dude. He walks away.
Oh shit! A nat 20 on the punch in the throat.
Oh,
That's another crit your pants.
It is another crit your pants, but you also already doubled it, so he would be knocked the fuck out. He wouldn't be dead because you just punched, but yeah, he goes down for the count. And with
Sorry,
that,
man, I put another platinum on his chest and I take off. What do you guys think this means since we have the whole riddle now?
and I will say it again just so everybody's aware. Make haste slowly. The pennant will be yours. If you wish her well, kindly and nobly.
To me, it sounds like we need to go visit her and wish her something because she's got the last one with honor and whatever.
Brandon, can you send that to the group chat?
I will.
Look towards the queen and yell, "Happy birthday, Your Majesty," and like kneel.
Okay. As you do, roll a perception check, all of you.
Oh shit.
That's a 15.
Why am I
Okay.
rolling beyond? I got my actual dice next to me.
Dragon?
It's a nat 20.
Damn. Okay. And we're out of crit your pantses.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. There was 3.
No, true. Okay.
That was my first dice roll on these new dice too.
Yeah, it worked out real well. We're just gonna stick with that. Malak, you see something glinting amongst all of these balls. They're all glinting, but this one is especially bright.
I'm gonna walk over and pick it up.
Okay, as you do, I need a dexterity save from you.
Okay, let's see what we got. That would be an 18.
You feel a quick, like, you kind of hear something, and you hear like the crowd gasp, and you're just turning, and you see an arrow fly straight by and strike someone else in the crowd, and then you hear someone say, "There he is!" and you see the guards just fucking running towards this person. You're not able to get a really good look, but you guys might want to run.
I'm gonna stand up real quick because I imagine I kind of had to crouch down a little bit to pick that up. And I'm gonna say, "Man, fuck that guy."
As you stand back up, all of the balls disappear except for the one in your hand. And all the people that were facing you, and you see 5 other crowds that was picking up just left and right all the balls they could get a hold of, and they all face you, and they start chasing you.
Hold on a second. Let me see what we got here. I'm gonna blitz over to my crew and be like, "Boys, I got something." You know, the second I pick this up, all these other balls disappeared. Somebody needs to take this shit.
All right, and as you do, you hear the announcer again. Oh, looks like the trap has been set. The trap has been fired off, and someone found the real one. As soon as the first person to make it up these stairs wins.
Who's the fastest?
I'm gonna grab the ball from Malak and haul ass up the stairs.
All right.
I'm gonna take it from Traka and fly up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better. Boom. Here you go. Shark bait. Go.
Sharkbait, you grab onto it. As he throws it, I need a dex check from you to see if you catch it.
Can I be running up the stairs as
19
he's throwing it?
Where's dexterity? And 19 plus 2, 21.
Oh, yeah, you're able to catch that easily. Dragoon, you start booking it up. What is your flight speed, Sharkbait?
Flight speed is where? Sorry, I'm on 50.
Just click on
50? Oh, yeah,
Yep.
you're able to get there in one movement. And you see all these guys. You fly up, and you're just fucking coasting it on the way because you can double dash and make it 100 feet. you get to the platform and you land, and you see fireworks just start shooting off, and you look around and it's actually mages just shooting fireworks off, and the crowd is just roaring as the rest of you come up on this podium. Dragoon, you would probably make it there first, and the queen just has Sharkbait and Dragoon. You would see this immediately. The
I want to
queen.
throw my wings up.
Okay.
That's like glorious. Ah!
Are you facing the crowd or the queen?
Oh, I am gonna face the queen out of respect. I'm gonna face the crowd, and then when I look at the queen, I'm like, oh, and then bow.
Okay. As you do, she smiles at you, all of you, because about this time, you all see Traka just like, yeah, like bring it on. And you see everyone that was chasing you, like kicking the dirt and cussing. And you guys turn around, and the queen, to the queen, Sharkbait bows. What do the rest of you do?
Same thing. Kneel, actually. Kneel.
Okay.
Oh, I'll kneel with them. That's smart.
Okay. You all kneel,
I'm gonna
and
slap Servant and say, "Kneel, fool." He's gonna kneel.
oh yeah,
too,
he
'cause
definitely
still has
kneels.
my pocket.
He probably kneeled way before you did because he knows the rules. The queen nods to you and smiles. The drow, now that you're up close, it is the drow that you guys saved. She looks at Traka and she smiles and nods, and she kind of just winks at you. And Bjork would notice one of the knights lifts up their little the lid to their helmet, and it is the half orc that he met in the back alley that he was betting with. You also see a griffin on the side of the stage with the same lady you guys met before, kind of just keeping an eye out. And the queen kind of raises her hands like this, and the crowd just goes silent. She says, "Who are you so we can put you in the books of history as the winners of the Queen's Cup?"
I spent probably 2 hours yesterday and only got.
Gonna stand up and say, "We're just noble adventurers." Who got the orb to the platform is Sharkbait. Ooh-ha-ha.
Sharkbait the Patriot.
Do you have a group name, or should we list you out individually?
Can we huddle real quick and like discuss and make little whispers really fast?
Right.
And come out with a name.
Come on, guys.
You guys huddle up.
I clearly remember Brandon saying we needed to come up with one a while ago.
I sure did.
Like
No,
a while ago.
We agreed on one. What was it? Wasn't it like
We
something?
agreed on one for tyrants. I don't know if we got one for this ever.
I thought we did like maybe 2 or
You
3
did.
episodes in.
You did.
Like,
I'm not going to remind you.
To go. You want me
Did
to
anybody
remember
write
that?
it down?
Yeah,
Get back
6
in your
months
notes,
ago. How are we gonna
Traka.
remember
Hold
that
on.
shit?
Let me go
Get
through
back
my
in your
book.
notes. I'm going too. What was the name?
I will give you
no.
a hint. Salty.
Salty
Oh,
old
The
bastard.
salty bastards.
Yep.
This wasn't it the salty bastards.
Yep.
They're the salty old bastards.
So, is that the name you're sticking with?
Yes.
I don't think that's very noble-ish. We don't have
Weren't
to
we
be.
at the shack when we discussed this one
You were, yeah.
with the horse?
Yep.
I'm picturing Malak shuddering.
Yeah. So do you guys turn around?
We were with the horse. We could call ourselves the Wild Stallions.
We are the noble old bastards.
You guys are
The
still in the
noble
huddle,
bastards.
so it's up to you. I will allow you to take as much time as you want to discuss a group name.
Noble or salty?
I say noble.
I like noble.
roll a d.
No. Flip the coin. Let's do this. Leave it to
Heads
the
it's noble, tails it's salty.
Sounds
There you
good.
go. Deal.
Missed. Tails it is. It's salty bastards.
All right. You guys,
Oh,
you
salty
guys turn
bastards.
around, and who speaks the name?
Traka.
All right. Traka, you go ahead and say what you want to say to the queen.
Your Majesty, we're kind of just a misshapen group of adventurers who are pretty salty, so we call ourselves the salty old bastards.
You see her giggle, and for the first time, you guys really realize how young she is. And you remember back to when you overheard someone saying that she's 11 years old, and she just like turns a little red in the face, and the drow that Traka kind of just giggles as well, and then quickly like stops and like stands straight. And she goes, "The salty old," and she looks up at the half orc. That's kind of you can almost see a smile through the lifted gate of her mask, and she kind of just nods and says, "Bastards," and giggles again. She goes, "Noted. We'll get your names too." And she brings over a guy, and he's writing down your guys' group names, and then he starts noting down everybody's name as well. That's part of the group. She says, "So, salty old bastards," and she giggles once more, and you can tell like this is something she's not used to being able to say out in public. And you start hearing chuckles going around in the crowd a little bit. She says, "Congratulations." And you see someone carrying out a velvet pillow, and on this pillow is a pure gold cup. She goes, "I give you the Queen's cup." And she actually stands up and lifts it off the pillow herself. And she hands it over to you, Traka, as you are the one kind of saying everything. And you look at it, and it is a double-handed goblet. I'm sorry, it's made of solid platinum. It has the official seal of the Queen of Greyhaven, and it's worth 250 gold. Your names will also, she says, and your names will always be in our history books as the winners. And you're invited to a celebration after the fair. Is just to receive my blessing. And as you hear that, Vendizzle kind of like pulls on your shirt a little bit, Traka.
And ask him what's up.
He's gonna kind of like, come here.
Like,
Remember,
go and
he's short.
listen.
Yeah. So he's like, so that mace. I remember reading about something in Tychus's books. We need the Queen's blessing to deactivate this ward.
Ooh, I want to grab the goblet and walk up to the queen and respectfully be like, "This is not what we came here for." And then ask her, and I feel like I have good persuasion. I do. I want to persuade her to drop the shield instead and keep the trophy.
Okay,
I don't think she knows
roll
about the shield.
persuasion.
Didn't you just say that she was the only one that could?
No, I said you needed the Queen's blessing for the mace to be active. She may not know about the shield.
What? Oh.
The orb is a secret. No one knows about it. But you can definitely still try or still say it. In fact, you did. Roll persuasion.
Damn it. 11 plus 5 is 16.
Anyone who was on the edge, so you guys can kind of decide where you were standing. Traka, obviously you and Sharkbait are right in the middle. So whoever you think would be on the edge of this staircase, because it's not super big, so you guys would have to like kind of fan out. Two of you roll perception.
I will.
I'll roll it.
All right, Nylar and Dragoon.
17. 19 for the game.
Damn, both of you got 19. You both see black-robed people, and you see the crossbow out in the crowd. And then as Sharkbait says this, they lower, and then they back away and disappear.
I'm gonna.
How?
I want to walk up and start poking Traka, and then I want to whisper in his ear, Draconic. We have something to discuss now.
How
Emergency.
autonomous is my mimic? Like, what can he take commands and do things?
He could attack if he has someone stuck to him. That's pretty much it. Like he can't walk.
Draka,
Okay.
Draka, do you speak Gnomish?
Yes.
I'm gonna say, hey, yeah, there's some suspicious going on here. There's some cloaked figures out here in Gnomish too.
You see the
I
half orc kind of
acknowledge
look at you guys.
both of them and kind of say, I got some guys in Draconic and Gnomish have to have it. Make sure they both can
Okay.
hear that. I hear them.
You also see both of you, Dragoon and Nylar, since you rolled pretty high. Traka, with your passive perception being that high, you would also know this. The half orc raises her wrists and talking to it, and you see the griffin and the rider that you guys talked to before take off in the air and start doing circles.
Knowing that Lady Penelope is pretty noble and honorable, I feel like she is going to do her best to protect us from these cloaked figures. I'm going to say, look at the queen, and I want to say, I apologize for this, Your Majesty, but we're going to have to use some trickery to get out of here. And I'm going to light a smoke bomb and throw it down in the center of the platform so that it smokes on it around us.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have Fin Dizzle put our disguises back on us so we can sneak into the crowd.
Perfect. Go ahead, Nylar. I see your hand raised.
So can I use what do I say? Perception? Would it be perception to hear what the guard said?
Yeah. Go right ahead.
16.
Do you speak Celestial?
Damn, not this character.
Okay.
Man.
Why did my languages change?
I do not know. Maybe you picked a feat, and you could add some.
No, I don't have one I used to, because I used to be able to talk to the Minotaur, but I can't anymore.
I don't know.
Was that a different campaign or was that this campaign?
Different campaign.
It would have had to
Is
be.
that
Different
a-
campaign.
Was that a one hit?
I was
Yeah.
probably a one shot. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, never mind then. Sorry.
Yeah, Nylar, you're not really able to understand her, but you. What was the perception roll? 16.
16.
You do hear the urgency in her voice with that.
Can I?
I just wanted to see if, like, I mean, even if she spoke Orcish, I couldn't understand it, but I have some orcs that could translate for.
Right. Unfortunately, it was in Celestial.
You want me to roll deception or anything for sneaking out of the smoke bomb?
I will say, since you actually said it first to the queen, go ahead and make a general charisma roll.
Oh, this is going to be ass. 11.
Actually, that was pretty good. They rolled about the same. The queen looks around kind of nervously, and you actually see the half orc kind of walk up to her and whisper in her ear just as you're dropping the smoke bomb. No one seems to be coming at you, so if you guys want to sneak off, get Fin Dizzle to turn on your disguise and sneak off. I would need stealth from all of you, and it's just going to be a group check basically.
Did I see the orc whisper into the queen's ear?
Being on the edge, what's your passive perception? Because you were talking to Traka.
That is correct. That would be 12 passive.
No, you would not.
Okay. And you want stealth.
Yep. So we're just going to go in order of my screen. Nylar, stealth.
21.
Pass. Traka.
8.
Fail. Dragoon.
Nat 20.
2 passes. Sharkbait.
13.
Pass. Dr. Filbert Freud.
17.
Damn. Okay. And
Back.
Malak. I don't know if Malak's back yet.
Yeah, I just got back. I need to roll stealth, right?
Yep.
That would be a resounding 15.
It's still a pass. So, as a whole, you all succeed. Findizzle snaps his fingers, and all of your disguises are donned on, and you're able. This smoke bomb spreads really well. It was pretty well made, and you guys are able to escape pretty quickly. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna look over at Dragoon and kind of shake his hand and say, "I'm gonna go. Got a date tonight. I'll meet you at the Dwarf's Bar.
Don't we have that celebration to go to? Just real quick, I'm
I'll
trying to
be
get.
there before that.
After-
I'll meet
after
you
the
there
fair.
Before that
Okay.
celebration.
Yeah, the celebration's after the fair.
Okay, we'll meet up at the bar then.
I'm gonna kind of like put my elbow out and let servant let go of my pocket and
Oh,
tell him
speaking
to
of, I need a
take
stealth
me
roll
with
for
him.
your servant as well.
And that one.
Ooh. It's still a success. It's a group check, so you're still good. I had to count that out because that nat 20 that Dragoon got made it a success just by one. So you guys are able to get out. Traka, you disappear off with, fuck. What did I name him?
I don't know. I hadn't asked him yet. I'm gonna ask him what his name is, and he tells me it is Fredrickson.
All right. Yeah, so Fredrickson's like, ooh, a date. And you guys kind of see Traka and Fredrickson walk off. And
Can I
In
try
fact-
to catch up to him real quick and talk to him in private?
yeah, you can. They're together, so there's not much privacy. But
Well, I mean, I'm cool with the servant.
okay, cool. Then yeah.
I'll kill him if he says something. I'm just kidding. Fredrickson.
All right, so the rest of you guys go off to the Dwarf Bar to meet Traka in a little bit. Sharkbait, what do you want to say?
Are those crossbow guys the ones that took out Walter that he nudged him about?
I feel like they were. I also, Walter's in the bag of holding.
Is that your date? Because I can wingman, literally.
Oh, his date's named.
I'm gonna go with Fredrickson here. We had a fantastic night. He been kind of a dick, so I feel like he deserves some better treatment. If you know
Oh,
what
is
I'm
this
saying.
not what I? Oh,
He's gonna go
not
back
what
to
I
his
thought.
You
it
place
needed to be
and
here
have
last
some,
episode.
Oh yeah, Sharkbait
have
wasn't
some
here.
drinks.
So Fredrickson, Traka stripped for him and kind of got him all hot and bothered. And so
I'm
now
gonna
they're
spit
kind
in
of
his mouth.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab shark bait and be like, "You're
Drag 'em
coming
off.
with me."
All right, perfect.
Bro, I was just trying to avenge Walter.
Perfect.
I'll be like, "We will take care of that later. Let us let them be for now."
All right.
Ooh, giggity. Giggagoo.
So, Traka, we'll come back to you in just a second. The rest of you make your way through. Go ahead. Make a general intelligence check, whoever wants to lead.
19. What's a general?
Just your intelligence modifier.
Or I don't see it. Oh, it's a saving throw?
Nope,
No.
it's just your
Plus
intelligence.
0 because I'm stupid.
Perfect.
So it's just flat 19.
That's still really good. You're able to find the place pretty easily, even through the crowds. And you actually see some people kind of like cheering as you're walking by. The news of your win is already spreading across very quickly throughout the town. You see.
Aren't I in disguise?
Oh, that's true. Good catch. So you guys see, and you hear people talking about this group of salty old bastards. And some of them are like, what a stupid fucking name. And others are like, I don't know, I kind of dig it. I'm kind of a salty old bastard too. And you guys are kind of walking through. As you're walking, roll a perception check.
17 Dragoon.
Okay. Sharkbait.
4.
Okay. Nylar. Perception.
What am I rolling?
Perception.
21.
21. Okay. Dr. Philbert Freud.
9.
Okay. And Malak.
That would be a unnatural 20.
All right. So Nylar and Malak, you hear screaming. Very close to where you guys left Traka.
Can I go towards the streams?
Oh yeah. You gonna tell anybody else?
How tall are the? Oh, am I around them?
Yeah. You
Hey
guys, are
guys,
all
you
walking
guys see that
together.
screaming?
How-
No, follow me.
How tall are the buildings?
Yeah,
They
Malak,
vary.
I'm probably at equal pace with Nylar heading towards us right now.
Perfect. Shark
I'm
bait,
just following them.
there's some that are 20 feet high, some 30, some even
I want
50.
to fly straight up and see if I can see it.
Okay. Roll a perception check, Sharkbait, because you will have a better view of everything.
Can I fly up with him?
Plus
Yes, you can.
2, unnatural 20.
Okay. Unnatural 20, and then Dr. Philbert Freud, you're flying as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly up with him, see if I can see anything too.
All right. Roll another roll a perception for me.
Ooh. That would be nat 20 plus 2, 22.
Oh shit. Yeah, with a nat 20, you're able to see someone about probably quarter mile, maybe half a mile from where you guys are now. You see a crowd surrounding someone laying on the ground.
By the way,
All right,
that
so
activates the crate your pants.
Oh, it does, actually. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. So I'm gonna holler down at the guys. Hey, we need to go over there and
You get right in the kisser. Maximum damage, and the target cannot speak for 2d4 rounds.
Damn. All right, cool. So
I
you-
want to just bolt
Yeah.
straight over there.
all right. Now, Sharkbait
yeah,
and Dr.
follow us, guys.
Yeah, you guys are faster than the others, so you would get there first. And especially with the nat 20, Nathan, I'm gonna carry that forward. You see, as you start to land, you see the form of a half orc laying in a pool of blood, very mangled. And you look up, and you see two guards wrestling Traka's servant away from a balcony, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs.
All right, I'm gonna-
Is Chaka half orc?
He is.
The fuck did you say?
Wait, what?
There you
I
Are
wanna
we
go-
up there yet?
You said he's on a balcony, right? I want to fly straight into the wind. Like, if it's a door or a window or whatever it is, I want to blow right through it.
So it is. There's currently two guards handling Fredrickson.
Well, I'm going to handle those two guards. Oh, wait. No,
You take-
they're
you take-
distracted. They're distracted. Fredrickson's got it.
Yeah, so they aren't. I mean, they're holding him. They're trying to carry him downstairs, essentially. You all do get close enough to see that it is indeed Traka laying on the ground,
Mangled.
mangled. Yes.
Mangled. Yeah. Yes.
Wait. Okay, I'm
wanna
confused.
check
Did this
for
happen
vital
up on
signs.
that balcony?
Say that again, Sharkbait.
Did this happen up on that balcony?
You can roll an intelligence check if you want, or an
I
Can I
Investigation
roll a
Basement
medicine
for a
on
moment?
Traka?
Dragoon medicine, yes. Sharkbait investigation if you want to figure it out.
Okay.
Can I also
Investigation
roll
probably
medicine
helps
check
more.
on him?
14 plus. Where's investigation? 14. God. 14 plus 0.
All right, and someone else was wanting to look. Nylar, go
I'm
ahead
ju-
and roll investigation too.
I'm just gonna land on the balcony.
Okay.
That would be a 13.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can't really tell for sure. Looking around, you do see chips of wood where the balcony sat. Looks like maybe there was something that knocked against it. Some of the paint came loose. Dragoon, what was your medicine check?
18.
You feel no pulse. And it looks like from the damage done, it was from a very high fall.
Like higher than they were on the balcony.
He didn't check that.
Can I check that?
You already rolled investigation, so I'd say no. You learned as much as you could from what you've seen.
Is this part of? Can that be a part of my investigation? Because I flew up to check out the balcony.
Um,
Can I look down and see that that's the height that he fell from?
I would say I'll allow Dr. Filbert Freud because he hasn't investigated yet. You guys kind of tapped out your intelligence
What
for
did
that.
What did I get for mine?
You had a 14.
No, but what did I get for it?
Oh, you both rolled about the same. You had a 13 and a 14. You both seen.
Oh, did
Yeah. So Sharkbait, you saw the paint chips falling off the railing.
Okay.
Nylar, you would have seen like kind of the path off. Would it kind of be noticeable, and probably some paint chips on the ground as well where they had fallen.
So you want me to roll investigation?
Yep.
Dragoon picks up Traka's body and starts walking away towards the forest. Back to the meadow that we have.
Sharkbait in full rage wants to hop off the balcony and fly straight at the guards to get to Fredrickson.
They are currently in the middle of the apartment complex, dragging him down still. So they're like literally in
the building?
Yeah.
Okay. How long till they come out the front door? Because that's when I want to get them. Then.
You would need to wait and find out.
All right.
I got a 20.
Find out right after this commercial break.
As Dragoon picks up the body of Traka, can I ask him if he's going to use that?
You can. But first, Dr. Filbert Freud, what was your investigation?
My investigation was a 21.
To cause this much damage to a body, combined with Dragoon's check of the medicine, which is pretty fucking high, you kind of both together would realize that he probably started on the balcony, but something caused him to go higher and drop.
So he's probably picked up and dropped from a higher.
As far as you can tell.
standpoint.
I saw
Okay.
chicken.
On something that can fly?
Not really sure.
Potentially, or thrown from a higher, like jumped or thrown from a
Dragoon has
higher
a
viewpoint
Oh, you just throw them straight up. Woof.
and then land it. Yeah, like an uppercut to make him go higher and then flown down. It was a nasty ass fight. Something beat the shit out of him.
As
All right, I'm
Dragoon
gonna-
picks up Traka's body, the Ladrin elf comes out of the crowd. He's got like a black leather basic corset shield armor on, kind of a black skirt, and as really a skirt, but like a tunic. Are you gonna use that body there, Dragon?
Ew.
Dragoon loses his shit and punches him in the face for even asking that question.
All right. With that, we're going to take a quick break because I am starving and I'm going to get some pizza because I kind of want to see how this is going to play out. We're going to probably need a little stretch of time for this. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned. Let what happened soak in a bit. We'll be right back. And with that, we are back from outer space. Where we left off, Traka's
Change that stupid lock.
Traka's mangled body has been picked up by Dragoon. Dragoon, I do need, and you swing towards this newcomer.
Yep.
Henry, go ahead and describe yourself again.
I'm about 6 foot tall, fairly skinny. Pale white, black eyes, long white hair. I'm a Eldruma elf. Like the black, buckles, silver, shiny. It'd be basic leather armor, but it just kind of looks like a corset and a tunic. I have like a little, whatever my arcane focus is, a little orb in my hand. As Dragoon tries to hit me and kind of just loses his umph and falls to the ground, I'm going to lean down and whisper in his ear, I can bring him back.
Dragoon with full on, just tears in his eyes, losing his shit, just looks at him and says, please.
I cast Animate Dead on Traka's body, and it kind of starts cracking and shifting and unmangling itself, and Traka stands there and is now a zombie under my control. And I think I would know, I'd be able to sense that Walter is in the bag, and he is now a zombie under my control as well.
Oh,
there you go. He's
dirty.
back. And I start walking
Fucking
away, and Traka
dirty.
and Walter follow me.
Dragoon swings with his hell axe.
What are you swinging at?
I'm swinging at that guy that just reanimated Traka.
Roll with disadvantage, because you're still pretty fucked up.
Hey,
Turmoil.
Hey, you'd asked me to bring him back. I didn't say how. I didn't say what kind of was coming back. He's back. I did what I said. Why are you trying to hit me?
By the way, that was a 14.
That hits.
Henry, before that goes on, you get a face card. It was just done right when it happened. Roll a D100.
Fucking Malak.
12.
Okay. Oh, it's a good card. You succeed on a skill check, which plays out really
I'm
nicely
gonna
because I need
I'm
a
gonna
dexterity save from
use
you.
acrobatics to backflip out of the way of his attack,
Yeah. Go right ahead.
and then I'm gonna backflip and have Traka zombie body bear hug him.
Yeah. You use the zombie stats, so it'd be a contesting grapple.
So I just look up a zombie.
Yep. And not a Dragoon, you see your old friend coming at you, arms out, seemingly maybe wanting a hug, and he wraps his arms around you and he just squeezes.
That is a 4 for zombie Traka's strength check.
And Dragoon,
I got an 8.
I will let you decide if it's disadvantage or not, especially since it's Traka coming to hold you.
Oh, it was already decided.
Okay.
It was an 8.
You are able to escape his grasp. You said 4, right, Henry?
Yes.
Yeah. You see Traka coming up to you, Dragoon, and he's freshly
I feel like I had
dead.
to drop my axe.
Yeah, he's freshly dead. So, and you don't want to hit this your friend. And you drop your axe, and he comes in, and what you think would be a grapple almost turns into a hug, and you kind of just stay there for a moment before you kind of shake him off.
I want to grapple that Henry guy. Pretty much.
Henry's like, is that weird for you? Because that was kind of weird for me. Like,
All right, you're going to try to grapple Henry?
Like one of those angry ones where you run and knock them down, and like you just
So more
start
like a tackle.
beating their backs. Yeah, beating their backs into the ground.
Okay, Nylar,
This
go
is
ahead.
not what
I'm gonna hug him back. It's okay, little buddy. Just let it out. My back Traka, can you get or zombie?
How
Can
far
you get
did you
this
get,
guy off of
Dragoon,
me?
and do we see any of this?
Dragoon, so they're still like in this circle of people, right? You all are, except for Sharkbait, which we'll get to you in just a second. Sharkbait, you're all kind of just standing there, and this is all happening pretty close to each other.
Yeah, because I remember Dragoon saying he was carrying.
Yeah, he did not get far.
Okay,
set
I'm
him-
just
he
making
set him
sure.
down.
So I'm seeing my dead homie that I've known quite a while
Yeah.
being reanimated as a corpse by some dude I've never met.
Yep. Sharkbait, you would
Oh,
see this
man.
as well because you're waiting outside for this guy to come out the front door.
So, as Nylar, with no sense of fear or anything, guess who's fighting the new guy? I'll jump in too.
Okay. Are you fighting each other, or are you just trying to subdue him?
I'm just subduing him.
Can I roll perception to see if I see them all trying to come and attack me?
You definitely can.
I was going to try to seduce him.
Oh,
That's an
seduce him.
11.
Okay. Even with an 11, I mean, you're pretty close to him. You're close to them, so you would see them.
Wait,
also,
isn't he trying to hug me though?
No. So Traka was trying to hug you. Zombie
And
Traka.
I broke out of that.
And then
and
you
I
went
said
to
I
hug
wanted
Henry.
to run
Yes.
and get him.
Yes. So this is right when all this is happening.
Okay. Okay.
And then Henry, I did send you the D&D link. If you could try to link your character, please. I'm gonna keep Traka in there too, just because it has all its inventory.
I'm losing my shit, and this guy has some answers right now.
Seeing everyone about to try and attack me and tensions kind of boiling over, I'm going to cast Leomund's tiny hut, and I'm going to go in the door and lock it and take my zombies with me.
Okay, you see this little faint doorway shimmer, Dragoon, as you're running up towards him, and you see him walk through, and it just shuts behind him, and you just pass right through.
I'd expect I'd just fall to the ground at that point.
Okay.
Face in the dirt, just bawling now because the fucker just got away.
Nylar, what are you doing? I know you were wanting to fight him.
I can't do anything.
Sharkbait. You see Traka be reanimated. Dr. Filbert, Freud, and Malak, you do too. And you see Nylar and Dragoon heading towards this guy that seemed to have brought Traka back, but differently. And then disappear as they start heading towards him. What do you guys do?
Just watching in amazement, just disbelief of what's going on.
Malak, dude, I'm pissed that this dude just brought Traka back like it was nothing. Like, being a druid, I'm really not too keen on things that seem unnatural. And I know, as well as everybody else does, that death is totally natural. So I'm going to start moving towards him to ask him who the hell he thinks he is. But I imagine he's already gone into his house.
He has.
Okay. So I'm going to move over there. And I'm going to suggest to everybody that we put Traka out of his misery. The same with Walter. So we can give him a proper burial.
They are gone as well. They are with Henry.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I'm going to suggest to everybody that when he comes out, we put Traka down and put Walter down so we can bury him peacefully.
I'm gonna open the door and ask if they're calmed down yet. Like, just barely crack it, like the chain is still locked. And are you guys calm yet?
Henry, describe what it looks like inside as you open up the door.
Kind of like picturing it like a college dorm room. The food box is sitting around, books piled on the table. He has his little automated cart that follows him and carries his wizard knowledge. He kind of says, "Come, sit, stay," calls it cardigan. Yeah, it's just basically a studio apartment that you spend way too much money for, and the sink barely works, and your shitter's in your bedroom.
Love it.
Good description.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate too. Yeah.
Malak, I'm going to look at him and I'm going to ask him who he is.
Henry, necromancer, Eladrin elf. I saw a dead body and I wanted a new friend. And your buddy here was really upset about him being dead, so I brought him back. I thought it would help.
So I'm going to look at him. And Malak trying his best to understand what just happened and not totally just be an asshole to somebody he doesn't really know. I would like to roll insight to see if I believe if he's telling the truth.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your insight. Henry, roll deception if you're lying, or
It's already rolled. Waiting on Malak.
persuasion if you're not.
I got a nat 20 plus 7.
Oh yeah, you know I'm lying.
I'm going to call him on his shit. I'm going to be like, listen here, motherfucker. I know you're bullshitting me. There's no point in lying. I can see right through you. I know you're kind.
Oh yeah, like what's my kind?
You fucking necromancers with your unnatural shit.
You turn into a fucking bear.
But I'm a part of nature. I don't bring
so
and
am
defy
I
the
not
laws
alive?
of
Am
God.
I not breathing? Poke myself.
I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, you may be breathing, but you're still a necromancer. It doesn't
I'm not a necromancer. I'm a recycler.
You just said necromancer.
Reusing broken things.
We can barely.
What are
hear
you gonna do? Put it in a hole and leave it there?
Malak, I'm just gonna kind of walk away as I'm really not getting through to this guy.
Does Dragoon hear this?
Yeah, you're all standing there.
Oh no, I'm still face down in the dirt, just bawling my fucking eyes
Oh,
out
that's
as I'm
true.
listening to this. I haven't gotten up.
What's your passive perception, Dragoon?
12.
Yeah, that's enough.
I start just bawling even harder as he fucking says recycler and shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, and Henry kind of closes the door for a second as well, seeing that Malak is not doing well with it. Sharkbait, about this time, you see the guards carrying him out. Traka's man slut, I guess.
Yeah, Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
Son. I want to just fucking dive on him.
So are you're diving on Fredrickson or the guards? Just
The
for
guards.
clarification.
Fredrickson's safe. He's our homeboy. I just want answers from him, and they are assaulting my answer man, and I want to take their faces with my claws.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Let's see. Are you just like you're flying up and trying to claw them in the face?
I'm already on the balcony. I'm just flying straight down at him.
Okay. So you're landing. You're
So it's
basically
more
gonna
like a drop in.
Yeah, gotcha. Roll an acrobatics first.
12 plus 2 for 14.
Okay. That's pretty good. So you're swooping down. Go ahead and roll an attack. You can only hit one of them.
1. All right. 17. Do I do the plus 5 or whatever?
Mhm.
So 17, 22.
That definitely hits, but as you grasp around it, the guard looks up at you and his eyes flash. And as his eyes flash, you fall to the ground paralyzed. And he says, "Civilians, please back up. We need to take this guy in for questioning. This will all be on public record. You can check with the court systems if you'd like. Once everything is processed." And they continue to carry him away. What do you guys do?
I'm still trying to figure out this whole Henry situation. I'm gonna kind of look at Dragoon and be like, Dragoon, you need to get out of here to clear your head a little bit. Let's try working something out with Henry. Get our friend's body back. And let us not blame him. Even though I don't like necromancers and I think necromancy is unholy and just terrible shit. I also think I should try to give this dude his fair shake. He just did what he was asked to do, so I'm going to knock on Henry's door and apologize for being a dick.
Henry, you would hear the knocking. He just can't, like, so the way it works, you can see out of it, but no one can see into it. So you would see him standing there knocking.
Pull the door open like the chain is still on. And what's up, man? What do you need?
Point of reference as well. No one can enter without his permission. It is like a magically sealed barrier.
So like we're like vampires. You can't come in unless told to.
Pretty much.
So I'm going to apologize to Henry first and say I'll let things get a little out of hand. Let my beliefs get in the way of what we need to figure out. And I'm going to, again, apologize to him for not trying to be more open-minded and understanding who he is first before I lost my shit on him a little bit.
I'm going to accept his apology and be like, are you going to leave my buddies alone if we come out?
All we want, man, honestly, is to bury our friends.
I mean, but he was dead and you guys didn't want him anymore and he's mine now.
It's not that we didn't want him. We want him to rest peacefully.
He's resting peacefully. Just follows me around and does things for me.
Shark
But
bait.
what's the deal? You're just gonna put him in a hole and leave him there.
Actually, anyone that is proficient in religion,
Yo.
roll a religion check.
All right. I'm down with that.
That's where you have
That'd be a
advantage.
17 plus 5.
No, it's not advantage. You have that circled filled in underneath, but next to religion.
Ah, yes.
Got 17 plus 5.
Damn. Okay, so that's what, 22? Is my math right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dragoon, did you have proficiency? No? All right. I
No,
know Dr. Philip Freud does.
Dragoon heard what
Freud does.
Malak said and got up and started
Dr.
walking away to
Philip
clear
Freud
his head.
All right, Dr. Philbert Freud.
I got 18 plus 5. 23.
23. Okay. Sharkbait, do you have a religion proficiency?
No.
Okay. Dr. Philbert Freud and Malak, you both know a lot of different religions and a lot of different aspects of what is believed to be afterlife, and all the religions kind of have the same feeling that once somebody has departed, their soul moves onward and is no longer in the body regardless. The body is kind of like just a construct at that point. So you know that regardless of what happens to the body, it's not Traka.
Okay. So I'm going to, thinking about that, I'd probably say in the moment I was still a little tense. But thinking about it in the moment, I'm going to be like, you know what? You're not wrong. They were just going to kind of sit there and get all stinky and smelly and rot and fall apart.
Yeah, we just get to watch it happen and do science stuff about it.
Can we retrieve our friend's belongings?
I mean, I kind of own those now too, so.
Oh, clever. Out of character, clever as shit, dude. Much props. All right, so I'm going to invite him to come with us, and we got to figure what the fuck just happened.
Are your friends going to be nice?
I can talk to them. For some reason, they think I'm the responsible one, and I really don't think I'm that responsible.
Filbert, are you at the door with him, or are you still up on the balcony?
Currently still on the balcony, but I'm going to come down and join you guys. And
Sharkbait, you're starting to feel feeling back in your extremities. It was only lasted for a minute, enough time for them to walk away.
okay.
I'm going to take the chain off and invite Malak in for whatever I can find to offer him. I think I have some old pizza and maybe some lukewarm tea.
Malak, I gladly accept the invitation.
All right, Malak, you're able to walk through without any issue. Anyone else that wants to try can, but you are not able to get in without an invitation.
I'm going to attempt to roll in and see if I can ask if I can roll in.
I'm gonna roll in.
I am in a wheelchair,
I'm
remember?
going to kind of gauge the depth of his cart and adjust the door a bit. And yeah, you're free to come in. If the little one will stop looking at me like he wants to stab me, he can come in too.
Actually, I need to
Thank
talk
you.
to the guards real quick.
The guards are no longer around.
Damn it. Because we were kind of in the queen's favor, so I could probably have got to ask one question.
You are in the queen's favor, but you are not dressed as the winners right now. You are all underneath the spell of disguise self.
Or are we? Am I still looking sexy as fuck? Like,
Yeah.
oh!
Yeah.
Wait,
Traka,
where's Vin Diesel at?
Traka, however, is his normal self.
Kind of. He's just standing there in the corner. Walter's kind of perched on his shoulder. I basically take both arms and knock the old lunch boxes and shit off of the chair that's next to my desk and sweep the crumbs. Here you go, Turtle. You can have this seat.
I'm gonna sit down and then
Kick
I'd
some
like
shit
to pull
into
out
the
my
corner so Filbert can get in.
I'd like to pull out my
Thank you.
sketchbook and draw Traka and Walter, but in almost like a stylized, kind of graphic comic book, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The traditional rotting zombie.
Roll first to see how well you're handling Traka's death and reanimation,
Okay.
and that may affect how well you're drawing.
Okay. What do you want me to roll for that?
It would be like a con save,
What was that?
a Constitution save.
Okay. That's what I thought you said, but my computer kind of cut out. So, Constitution of 15.
Yeah, you're probably going to be able to do pretty well. Go ahead and roll your drawing.
And then we got an 18 for the drawing.
Yeah, it's another success for you since it is a new day. So go ahead and mark that down. It's a pretty well drawn, very comic-esque, almost. You even get the kind of the tattered clothing from the fall. Obviously, he bounced a couple times, so you're able to see a couple rips in your drawing and stuff. It's pretty well done.
Can I roll perception to see if I see it?
This is a pretty close quarters, so I don't think you would even need to really roll for it, but you can definitely roll to see if you can like peek at it.
I want to ask if I can have the drawing.
I'm gonna say, yeah. You know what? Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna take it and like reach under my desk and pull some old like chewing gum off of there and make little sticky tacks and stick it to the wall above my desk.
I dig it. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, he hangs up your drawing, Malak, and you kind of feel a sense of accomplishment with it. Someone that you just met is admiring your work. And you can tell from your very first drawing to now, you're getting pretty good.
Moloch, I'm gonna kind of be like, damn, that feels nice. And I'm gonna properly introduce myself to him and say, hi, my name's Malak. And this over here, I'll let my friend introduce himself. And I'm gonna kind of nod over to Dr. Filbert Freud.
I'm Dr. Filbert Freud. I'm a monk. Nice to meet you.
Henry, wizard, School of Necromancy.
Henry, what is your passive perception?
16.
All right. Malak and Dr. Filbert Freud, what are your passive perceptions?
14.
Henry, you would probably see the Dragonborn who you've not been introduced to yet, kind of just wander off. But the other two has not. But Nylar, yours is above a 16 for passive, so you would see him just walk off. But he kind of
the mushy one is over. He's going by himself, guys. I don't think he likes hugs very much.
Malak, I'm gonna pop myself out of the door for a second and tell Dragoon, go to the tavern and I'll meet him there shortly.
Dragoon says
Nylar.
nothing and just waves his arm and keeps walking.
Nylar.
Yeah.
Since I haven't walked in, I'll go with Dragoon because we both been there for a minute with Traka, so we're both just kind of fucked right now.
Yeah, and you guys are kind of walking around. I'll get to everyone else in a second too. Sharkbait, what are you doing before they head off?
Laying on the ground staring at the sky.
Yeah, is he paralyzed right now?
He's
No,
able to move around now.
It wore off, but I'm just laying here contemplating life.
Yeah, and Nylar Dragoon, you're kind of
Waiting for
wandering
you by your
around,
feet.
kind of just weaving in and out of all the foot traffic. I mean, this is still pretty heavy with traffic. The main event has passed, so everybody's kind of walking around to like different stores. This is near downtown or near the plaza. Fredrickson's condo or / apartment, whatever you want to call it, was pretty close to the center of town or to the plaza. So there's a lot of traffic around, so you can easily blend in and walk around aimlessly.
No,
Go ahead.
that's what Dragoon does just for a bit, just says nothing, just aimlessly walking for a bit, kind of just trying to process what happened.
All right. And then Sharkbait. While you're looking up, roll a perception.
1 second. It's loading. Natural 20, nat 20 with 2.
Yeah, it's very good. You're kind of staring up in the sky, just contemplating life, and you see something that catches your eye, and you look over at it, and you see someone on the roof. Very trying very well to hide. As you kind of look over towards this figure, he or she very quickly ducks to the other side of the roof there, so you can't see. But as they're diving under, you do see very dark ears poke out from the cloak.
Okay. I'm pretty fast still, right?
You are, but it would take half of your movement to get up.
Half of it, and then I can still fly up there, right?
Yeah, you can fly up halfway. So if your flight speed's 50, you can get 25 feet in the air. This building specifically is about 30 feet, but then you can use your action to go up the rest of the way.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. So as you
And I
fly
don't
up,
be threatening or anything. I want to just intimidatingly stare them down.
okay, so intimidate does mean threatening.
Yeah, very threatening.
Okay. So
I just don't want words. I want to just let them know what I'm about.
okay, good to know. Go ahead and roll an intimidation. And as you fly up, you see them.
Unnatural 20.
That's pretty fucking good. You're kind of looking around.
Right now?
Do what?
Are you getting these notifications on D&D?
I haven't been looking.
Oh, I was like, I'm rolling them in there.
Oh yeah, I see them.
I saw it.
Nice. Yeah, so you're looking around, and they don't seem to be there anymore. Even with that high of a perception, it seems that they are no longer in your purview.
Can I use divine, sight or whatever?
Divine sense.
Yes.
You can detect good and evil. 2 undead does ping on your radar, and they're in the house that Henry walked into.
No celestials or fiends?
Nope.
Does it ping evil?
Good and evil.
It just knows the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead.
Oh.
Or anything
Then it
that's
would only
affected by the
ping for-
hollowed.
That's not behind total cover, so I wouldn't even sense it.
That's true. Because they're in total cover, so yeah, you wouldn't even sense them. Yeah, looking around, you don't seem to see anything. Nothing really strikes your sense.
What's this building look like? How like slanted is it? And is there any like hay or anything under me?
No. So these are very well done houses. So these apartments aren't like thatched roofs. They are slate shingles. It is about 30 feet in the air. To the top of the roof is probably 40 feet. But other houses around are between 20 and 40 feet as well.
There's no like hay on the ground or anything safe?
There would not here. This is too close to the center of downtown.
I just want to lay on the peak of the roof then and keep staring at the sky.
Okay. Roll an acrobatics to see if you can balance on the roof.
$19.
Yeah, you're able to lay up there pretty well. Shark bait. No, you're laying on the roof. Dr. Philip Freud and Malak. You're in there with Henry and kind of just, I guess, chit-chatting. What are you guys doing?
Sizing them up.
Yeah, I kind of want to make sure that I'm going to be able to trust this dude before I make any kind of decisions.
Yeah, same here.
Just to be
bad.
sure. I mean, we only just met him, and the only thing we know is that dude can bring people and turn them into zombies.
Dude
So
can be creating a fucking
I
zombie
have
army.
a tiny house.
I'm gonna kind of look over at Dr. Philbert Floyd and kind of just nod at him and give him a slight little smirk. I'm gonna ask him what all difference, like, besides necromancy, does he know any other types of magic?
Can Misty Step. I can identify.
I'm gonna invite him to come with us.
I can shoot acid bolts.
Of that.
And I can make zombies.
I don't know, Malak. You think he could be useful?
Oh, I know he can be useful. I just gotta know, are we gonna be able to trust you to not turn us into zombies if we die?
No.
Fuck.
Malak, I'm gonna kind of be like, 'cause I
Die.
always kind of
Fair
pictured I
game,
get
it-
turned to turtle stew.
Zombie wheelchair. That could be kind of interesting.
Malak, I'm
If
just
they're
gonna
in
be
right,
like,
it would
well,
fun.
I'm gonna kind of think about it and be like, well, you do gotta kind of practice your magic. So yeah, I'm gonna invite him to come along with us.
Yeah.
Kind of get a sly grin on his face and all right, zombies. Let's go. And he's gonna take the bag from Traka, the bag of holding, and throw it over his own shoulder. And Cardigan, let's go. And Henry, Traka, Walter, and this rolling cart walk out the front door of this tiny hut.
Now, just to let you know, that tiny hut will stay in place for I think 24 hours or 8 hours or something. So you can always go back to it for 8 hours. If you so choose. Yeah, 8 hours. So
Yep,
basically
8 hours.
Yeah.
9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside it.
Yep.
So we have that for us now.
Oh, actually, I lied. As soon as you leave, Henry, it disappears. It says the spell ends if you leave its area. And it's a 10-foot area. So, yeah. As soon as you.
So it just kind of.
Yep. Kind of go like. And
I'm gonna tell
That's a fun
Henry
noise.
that Malak was pretty good friends with Traka, and that everybody else was too. So it might take some adjusting to get used to seeing their corpses walking.
I'm gonna take a sheet out of my backpack and just put it over Traka, but he's still gonna be walking, following me.
That makes it slightly better.
Still
and then,
creepy, but slightly
Malak,
better.
I'm also gonna tell Henry that he was in disguise prior to this, to keep us safe from people. So you might want to make sure he keeps him disguised, or at least out of like general sight.
You know, that brings up a
How
good
does
point.
Finn Dizzle feel about all of this?
Yeah, that brings up a good point about Finn Dizzle because Finn Dizzle, you look around, Henry, you wouldn't notice because you don't know who this person is. But Sharkbait, actually, you're staring up on the roof. Dr. Philbert Freud and Malak, you look around and Finn Dizzle's nowhere to be found right now.
Where'd it go?
I'd say with your previous perceptions, especially, I think Dr. Philbert Freud rolled a nat 20 at one point. Seeing
Yeah.
Traka's body, he seemed to just disappear into the crowd. Maybe.
Shit, he done run off.
Yeah, it seems to be he was very distraught at that time. Yeah, so what do you guys do? You all did hear the queen's request for after the fair. The fair does last until I guess the last day of the fair. So you have until tomorrow for the queen's ceremony for you guys for winning the Queen's Cup. So Dragoon and Nylar, we're gonna switch over to you real quick. You guys are kind of wandering aimlessly, and Dragoon, you feel empty inside. You lost someone very dear to you, and now he's back, but he's not back. And being the blood hunter that you are, you know it doesn't really sit right with you after everything your master has taught you. And you just need to clear your head. And the best way to clear your head that you know of is to find a hooker. As you're wandering around kind of aimlessly, I did have him roll in secret. And he rolled an 11. And he finds himself in this darkened alley at one point. Nylar, you're with him at this point too, and you see this old decrepit woman, one titty kind of just hanging out, and she's like, "Hey boys, you interested?
Oh my!
1 copper, and I'll do you both."
Dragoon kept walking.
I'm walking. No.
She's gonna pop out her teeth that were made of wood. She goes, "Come on, boys, I'll gum it."
Oh my god.
I hate you so much right now.
One
Hey,
titty's flat, the other one's doing the windmill.
Yeah, it's weird because Dragoon actually, both of you, I want you to roll because of how bad you're feeling. I want you to roll a general wisdom save.
I mean, I feel shitty, but goddamn, I ain't that shitty for that kind of titty.
We'll see. Roll a wisdom.
You say general wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna have her roll a performance really quick.
I got a 17.
Nylar?
Roll a fucking 5.
So I'm gonna send what she rolled in chat.
Looks like we're sucking a titty.
And obviously I can't send this into the stream because I can't move my camera very far. But it is a natural 20.
Y'all are sucking a titty.
As soon as he said, "I'll send it in chat," I'm like, "We're sucking titty."
Yeah. So
Have fun.
she kind of gets your attention for a second. You never really had somebody gum it before, and you never even really had that offering before, and it kind of piques your interest. And she turns around, and her other titty's hanging out now. And now that they're both out, they're kind of hanging all the way down to her belly, which protrudes quite a bit, to be honest. Very bloated, but there's something about her.
Listen, this goes against my
Yeah.
vows to my wife, okay?
You guys still get the ultimate decision. She just attracted you back.
I don't think she'll tell.
Nope. I keep walking. I look at Nylar.
I will entertain it for a second by going, Nylar will look back and be like, "Can you fly with us?"
Yeah, we missed part of that. What'd you say?
Then I'm gonna look. Nylar's gonna look back. He'll entertain it for a second. Look back as her chests are in her drawers, and I'm going to be like, "Can you fly with those?" And then just keep walking.
She's gonna start jumping, and you hear a.
Jesus.
She actually rolled pretty high on that acrobatic, so she's yeah. It's going for a while. And as you guys are walking away, are you guys looking back to see?
Did you finish all yours? Babe?
Disgusted and repulsed, but you can't look away.
What do you think, Dragoon? Are you looking back?
Nope.
Nylar,
Oh, I'm totally gonna like keep walking, but like glance back real quick.
you see Nylar. You see her holding both titties and just smacking them together, just to make that sound. Um,
Wow.
I thought it was
Wow.
because she was jumping.
yeah. Well, Dragoon doesn't know, but you do.
She's
clapping
not
them
moving, but
titties?
there's still the clapping sound.
So you guys keep walking out of this alley, and you guys eventually head back to the bar. The rest of you, Sharkbait, you hear kind of Henry, Dr. Filbert Freud, and Malak kind of just talking and heading towards where, guys?
Where do we go from here, y'all? Malak, Filbert? Can I call you Phil? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Malak,
I'll
I'm gonna
allow it.
say we need to go find the others.
Did y'all have a cassette meeting point or something, or y'all just wander around till you find each other?
So I would like to roll a history to know if I would know where Dragoon would go to clear his head.
Real quick, out of character, you're the one that said where to go, and I waved to you. Remember?
Yep, it's true.
Somebody said meeting at a bar.
More specifically, the tavern, which would make sense. So we're going to head to the tavern.
Yes.
Perfect.
That's what.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dragoon and
That
Nylar,
way.
you get there before everyone else. And I'm assuming you just sit down and start drinking.
I want to ask him for the strongest thing he has in there that'll pretty much just knock an ox out.
Perfect. He sets down a couple drinks, not really saying anything to you yet. But then everyone else kind of shows up. Sharkbait, I'm assuming you're following along.
Yeah, I will.
Cool. You guys kind of all eventually arrive. Go ahead, Nylar.
Obviously, I haven't attuned to the goblet yet, right?
Correct. You have not.
Never mind. Like, I'll just look at the bartender. Can I get a glass of water?
Okay. Yeah,
Had way too much to drink already.
Yeah. I mean, you were completely healed, so you're not drunk anymore at all. But yeah, you can definitely do that.
Because Nylar really doesn't drink, and he got pulled into the drinking.
That's true. Yeah. So he sets down a glass of water in a dirty glass.
Malak, I'd like to use purify water for Nylar.
All right. Yeah. I mean, the water was already pretty clear, but the glass was dirty.
Fair enough. And then I'd like to sit down and order the stiffest drink they have.
All right. Yeah. And he hands down a stout pretty close to what Dragoon had as well. Kind of frothy, but it's a pretty dark stout.
I'd like to offer that to Henry.
Awesome. You said it in front of Henry, and the dwarf comes up to you guys, and I just can't remember his name at the moment. I'm sorry, but
I roll sleight of hand to act like I'm drinking it, but really dump it on the floor.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
You saying bye?
Bye.
7. Bye.
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 What was your sleight of hand?
7.
I mean, you
My
definitely
passive
pour it on the
perception,
floor,
14.
but everyone sees you do this. And the tavern owner comes up to you guys, and he says, "Boys, aren't you missing somebody?"
I'm gonna
Dragoon
pull the
starts
sheet
tearing
off
up
of
and-
Traka and stuff it back in my bag.
Yeah, and at that point, Traka's kind of like just hanging behind you. I'm assuming, with Walter kind of sitting on his shoulder. And he finally looks up and is like, I don't want to know. And he walks away.
I'm gonna look back at the barkeep and go, do you have actual alcohol to make you forget things?
He looks back, he goes, drink enough of anything, it'll make you forget.
Bring me a pitcher.
He brings
I'm gonna
you a
go
pitcher.
tap on. I want to go tap on Dragoon's shoulder and offer for him to come with me to smoke some of the good stuff.
Okay. Dragoon, you have already started drinking this one. So that's 1+1 on your modifier or your con save, right?
Yep.
If you smoke the good stuff, you will need an automatic con save.
Sounds good.
Okay. So it's completely up to you.
I take my pitcher with me and just start walking with my lock.
I'm gonna ask the barkeep if we can go up onto his roof.
This building doesn't really have access to the roof, but a lot of the upstairs buildings has balconies, so you could probably use one of the balconies to get up to the roof if you wanted to.
Yeah, or just we could sit on a balcony too. That'll save us from having to worry about falling off the side of a building.
Okay. Yeah, and it's easily done. You guys kind of have like a standing reservation here, since you guys have helped everyone. So yeah, you're able to kind of find the same rooms you guys were kind of using. You find a couple that were already occupied, but you finally find one that's empty, and you head out to the balcony.
Cool. I'm gonna lock the door just to be safe, so nobody walks in while we're smoking good shit. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't really want anybody trying to either partake or run off and get the guards. And I'm gonna pull out my pipe and I'm gonna load up a good one and offer Dragoon the first hit. I'll even use pretty much my fingertip to make a little flame so I can spark the bowl for him.
Which pipe are you using?
We'll just use a regular one on this one.
Okay.
I'll take the first hit.
All right. Roll a con save.
Dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you're
Con
fine.
save.
Yep, con save. Yeah, you feel it. It definitely hits hard, especially with him, packing it pretty good. But you're able to keep your wits about you. It's been a rough day, so this is very mellow for you right now.
Yeah. Coming back to.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit the pipe as well.
Now you have not drank anything yet, right?
No.
Okay, so your next hit will require a con save.
Okay. So I'm just going to take, a pretty probably normal sized hit considering, we just lost a friend. And, I know how Dragoon's feeling about it. So I'm going to look at him and be like, dude, Dragoon wanted to die. Not Dragoon. God damn it. Sorry. Traka wanted to die on his own terms.
Shit's hitting hard already.
Yeah. And I'm going to kind of look at him and be like, we just got to wait till his corpse decomposes and can't move anymore. I mean, this guy's pretty steadfast that he wants to keep Traka as a walking dead corpse, but his soul's not there. His soul passed on.
No, it hasn't. It's still stuck to his body.
And I'm going to recall back to the fact, or to my previous role for my religion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to explain it to him in a way that he would understand it. And I'm going to kind of try to persuade him to understand that Traka is not in that body.
Okay, roll another religion check to see if you can kind of like turn your knowledge into something that he can understand.
That is a 17 plus 5.
Okay, so 22. Dragoon, go ahead and roll a general intelligence check. Actually, no. Roll a religion check because this is religious in nature.
You want it straight? Or. Because I have advantage.
Um,
I think it
I'm
would
gonna-
be straight,
I'm gonna
honestly.
leave that up to you because you know your
All right.
character.
21.
Yeah, you do understand where he's coming from, and it takes you a little bit because Trocco is like a dad to you. After your master, Trocco's really the one that helped you through things. But what Malak is saying to you finally kind of hits home a little bit more. And the more you think about it, the more it kind of makes sense that the body wouldn't really stick around. Or, sorry, the soul really wouldn't stick around to the body. And the way Malak kind of explains it is like in every religion, regardless of what it is, when a person dies, their soul moves on and their body is just an empty vessel. So you kind of get that in your head. You do understand it, but you can use that knowledge as you will.
Yeah.
I'm also going to explain to him a little bit that right now, what's going on with Trocca's body isn't the important thing. The important thing is that we find A, who killed Trocca, and find out exactly what happened. And that B, right now, this guy's got some pretty good skills. I mean, he does got a lot of magic to him. He could probably help us out a good amount, too. We don't have to like what he does to get along with him.
About this time has been about 15 to 20 minutes gone by. The buzz is kind of just slowly fading since you both are just barely got a buzz going on. So if you guys want to take another hit, you can.
Yeah, Malak, after explaining all of this and, kind of seeing that Dragoon was, really understanding what I was saying, I'm going to take a big hit and I'm going to say for Trocca. And then I'm going to pass him the dice and spark it up for him.
All right.
All right. I need con saves from both of you, please.
Oh.
17.
12 and 3 for 15.
Okay. Malak, you're feeling it pretty good. I mean, you're not like stoned out of your gourd at all, but you're feeling it pretty good. Dragoon, you're doing all right. It's still a nice calming effect, and it's keeping you pretty mellow right now.
I am hanging in there.
Yep, you're hanging in there.
After speaking with Malak, I'm gonna look at Malak and be like, "Go get the fuckhead. I'll wait right here."
Downstairs and get the rest of the group, and kind of invite them upstairs and tell them that it's time for a little bit of a safety meeting. And then I'd like to make a point to invite Henry up as well.
I requested Henry come.
Yep. So, Sharkbait, Nylar, Dr. Filbert Freud, and Henry, as well as Henry's companions. Malak comes
they
downstairs.
They stay down below.
No,
They go
Okay.
with me everywhere.
Dragon, you stayed up there, remember?
That's right.
Malak went down. So this is on Malak. Malak, you head downstairs and you see everybody kind of just sitting at this table, kind of awkwardly, just sitting there. During this time, before Malak, let's rewind a bit and let everyone else talk. You see Dragoon and Malak kind of walk away. What do you guys do?
I want to talk to the gnome because I already met Phil and Malaka's upstairs, so I want to introduce myself to the gnome and the other bird. Hey, I'm Henry. How's it going? What's up? Your buddy said I was in the club now, and I'm a cool kid. So, yeah.
That's cool with me, man. Reanimated my friend's corpse, desecrating his body. Not a cool thing, bro.
That's what I do. Sorry. Teach their own, right?
It'll be a.
Do you want me to
before
put
you're in
the
my truck.
sheet back? Will that help you be more comfortable? Henry really can't read emotion at all. Like he has no idea that you guys are like mourning. Traka just walking around as a zombie is driving you nuts. He just is okay with it. Whatever.
I
Can't
ain't
hear.
got much to say.
Cool. Shark. The other bird gonna kind of snap in front of his eyes, try and catch his attention. Give him the same thing. Henry, your buddy said I'm in the club now. I'm a cool kid. What's your name?
Are you there, Sharkbait? Did we lose him?
Oh, I'll have something for him. I'm gonna ask him where he came from.
I think he asked where you came from. It cut off at the very end.
Me?
Yeah, that's what I asked.
I'm an Eladrin elf. Come from the land of Eladrin.
No, he's one of those characters. He's one of those guys who don't get the common, a little bit of common sense there. No, not where did you come from? I know where you come from. How did you find your way here to this place?
It was a portal.
What portal?
It's
Your own
gone
portal?
now. No, I can't make portals. I was from the Fae, but I kind of got bored there. They don't really like zombies too much. So now I'm here.
Very many of us don't like zombies of our, you keep raising people that everybody knows, they're not going to like it.
I've raised people you don't know too. It's literally just a tool. You're not going to use it. You're going to bury it in a hole and cover it up with dirt and just let it go to waste.
I
They're
think you're a
completely
tool.
reusable.
You guys,
For how?
with your passive perceptions, Henry, what was yours again?
16.
Yeah, you and Nylar for sure. Kind of notice like the awkward silence in the room, like everyone's kind of just feeling this tension between you all, and you kind of look around, and there's like a 2-table width of no one. There's many rows of tables and stuff, and for 2 rows, there's just no one, and then everyone's crowding into these other tables. Yeah, it feels kind of weird.
And
I think.
Lean over and shout across the table to the closest other patrons, "What's wrong?" Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't the only one that heard the silence.
This place isn't really hopping, is it? What
No.
do you guys see in this place? Why'd we come here? There's got to be somewhere more fun than this. Right, yeah.
Yeah, and looking around again, everyone is silent, and they're trying not to talk. Like, it's very strange, even to you, Henry, who can't really read a room well. This probably isn't what a normal bar should be like. Go ahead, actually, Henry, roll a wisdom check.
Nat 1.
Yeah, You're not really sure what's going on. Like, it's kind of weird. That's about it.
Is it weirdly just more like awkwardly that there's the tension between us is making it awkwardly silent, or there's something going on besides
Roll
the obvious dead elephant in the room?
roll
I'll be
a.
right back, boys. I have to help my screaming little 1-year-old.
Okay.
Wait, did you say dead elephant? Where?
Nyla, roll a wisdom check.
I'm gonna roll perception to try and find the dead elephant.
Perfect.
That is a 17.
Yeah, with the 17, you know that it is just that fucking awkward in here. The dead silence between you guys. The Henry talks, and then there's no responses at all. People started to pick up on that, and you remember walking in, or whenever they walked in, there were people around you. It just seems they kind of just stepped away.
It's our tension that's keeping the patrons entertained.
Looking under tables and behind the bar and opening their supply closets.
Yeah, what'd you roll, Henry?
I'm 21.
Hmm.
And I am upset that I cannot find a dead elephant.
Yeah, you do find a couple dead rats, though.
I'm going to put them in the bag of holding.
Perfect. I love it. Now, point of clarification, a bag of holding does not have oxygen in it. So in my mind, it shouldn't decay as fast.
I wouldn't think it'd decay literally at all.
Well,
It wouldn't, because if you think about it,
It's
it's
not-
a completely separate, kind of like a vacuum space. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not a vacuum space, though. So there is, I guess technically it's on the astral plane. So technically the astral plane can be breathable. But I'd say because it's in a contained pocket space, it'll decay, just not as fast. So what a dead rat would decay at, maybe 4 or 5 days start rotting, maybe like double it. So like 10 days, it's still kind of fresh.
As I pull my hand back out of the bag of holding from stuffing those rats in there, a piece of paper falls out and lands on the floor.
Nylar would definitely see it with his perception of passive of 16. Dr. Filbert Freud and Malak, I think you're busy, but Dr. Filbert Freud, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception's 12.
Yeah, we don't actually see it too because you guys are pretty close. You see a piece
Malak,
of fall. Go ahead.
Is
Yeah,
this
thank
gonna
you.
pipe in real quick? 14.
Yeah, you would see it too. You see a piece of paper fall out from somewhere on Henry.
Can I
Out of the
sneak
bag
that?
of holding. As I
Yeah, out of the bag of
stuff those
holding.
rats
Well, I'm
in and pull
short.
my hand back out, it like knocks it out.
Perfect.
Can I grab it?
I'm gonna pick
I
it
would
up
say
and
I'm
have
tiny.
it
Nobody can
hand it
see
to
me.
Doug.
I mean, I can grab it.
Okay, everyone was talking at once. Nylar, I heard that you say you're tiny and you want to grab it. Dr. Filbert Freud also wanted to grab it. Malak, what'd you say?
No, we're all good.
Okay.
Who's going
Nylar,
for it? Who's going to grab it?
that's a very good question. What is each of your dexes? Just your straight dex. What number is it?
18.
And Dr. Filbert Freud?
Where's that at? Sorry.
It's where it says dexterity.
Oh, is it? Okay. The bottom number?
Yep.
20.
Damn.
God damn!
Dr. Filbert Freud, yeah, you're able to get to it pretty quickly. And you pick it up.
All right. Excuse me, Henry, what is this?
It's read it. Don't fucking.
What's what?
It's been said.
It looks like a piece of paper.
Yeah, well, let's see. I'm gonna look at it, read it, see what's on it.
Enter Captain Obvious for Eldruma.
Wah, wah.
You unroll it as it's like rolled up and got a little tie around it so it stays together, and it says, to my friends and the crew, y'all are the best. You taught me a lot. I won't ever forget you. You've got this. Go and save the world.
Is this a
I love
fucking
y'all.
note?
Truckamash, captain of the 501st.
You son of a bitch.
Do you read it
Yeah,
aloud,
that-
Dr. Filbert Freud?
I'm just gonna look at it for a second and look at him. I'm gonna hand it to Nylar. What do you make of this, man?
So I'm gonna read it. I'll read it out loud in case. Well, where's Dragoon? He's still up top.
Yeah, Dragoon's still up top, but Henry, well, actually, technically Traka. Point of clarification, is it all in common?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Good to know. Thank you for that.
So what I'm making of this? See, this is kind of decepting because we feel like Traka wouldn't do this, but by this note, Traka did this.
You can roll an intelligence to
I
see
feel like
if
you
it
guys
looks like
would know
something.
that Traka was generally prepared for just about anything. So he very well could have had a note written ready just in case something did happen.
But I still will have you roll an intelligence to see if it matches what you know of him, his mannerisms, and you've probably seen a couple things that had his writing with
Both
your
of us?
adventures. Yeah. And Malak and Sharkbait, you can as well.
Let's say I'm rolling investigation.
Yep. Or intelligence, whichever is higher.
Intelligence.
Nylar rolled an 18.
I got a 21.
Damn. Yeah, between the two of you, you're able to definitely tell that this is from Traka.
So did Sharkbait tell us that it seemed? Well, I think it would be Dr. Filbert Freud that the way his body felt, it seemed like he came from a higher elevation.
Did you say that out loud, Dr. Filbert Freud?
Yes. Because I was up on the balcony, and it looked like, from my perception, it looked like from the damage done, looked like he fell from a higher vantage point from the balcony.
Copy. So obviously Traka always, there's something going on behind the scenes that we didn't know about
Yeah.
that has to do with Traka, and he was murdered, but we need to get a hold of or figure out why or where or when, the whole ordeal.
He was mixed
So
up.
he
in
knew
we
something
need to-
was going on, and he left us this note just in case.
Mhm.
We need to find Fred, whatever the hell his name is. Fred Sexy
Fredrickson.
Pants.
Sexy pants. Yeah, we need to figure out where the guards took him.
But am I still in a
Oh, am I picturing the saxophone player from the Lost Boys now?
I love
say,
it.
am I still in disguise or were we out of disguise?
I would say you're still in disguise at this point because, no, you know what? Finn Dizzle ran off. You guys would be
Yeah,
in
that's
your
what I was saying.
regular
Finn
forms.
Dizzle's been gone, so how am I still
Yeah.
in sexy mode?
Well, the spell lasts for an hour in itself, but I feel like there's an hour has passed already, and he hasn't been around to re-up it. But Dragoon,
Yeah, so
you're kind of starting to wonder where Malak is. It's been a while.
Yeah, we need to make sure Malak sees this, and
Malak is down with you.
oh, I thought he was.
Yeah, Malak
Okay.
came down to invite you
So
guys
he-
up, but he hasn't gotten to that point yet. You guys have been he's been kind of standing and watching, and seen the piece of paper fall out.
Yeah, Malak, you need to come and see this note.
So I'm gonna go straight over, directly to Philip Freud and Nylar, and be like, "What's up, guys? What's going on?"
Check this note out, man.
So I'm gonna read over it real quick and be like, I'm gonna think back probably honestly to the tower moment and everything and how that all played out. And I'm also though gonna think that they hadn't shown any other indications of something like that happening again. So I want to roll, I guess, trying to think of it and really understand what's going on. I want to insight to see if I could think of any possible reason why he might have killed himself. See if there,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
can think back to like any weird moments or anything.
Roll instead a history check.
Okay. That's a +2. We got a 17 + 2 for 19.
You would know. Actually, Traka, old Traka, I'll let you answer if you're in that kind of mindset with what he just rolled.
I was a little sad about Walter. That hit him kind of hard because he worked pretty diligently to earn the trust of that winged monkey. But he was in a really happy place. He just won that cup thing. You guys pretty much had everything you need to go save the world. He was chilling with his homies, having a
So,
blast.
so I'm gonna draw to that conclusion that Kaka really probably didn't kill himself. And I'm gonna suggest that we go back and look at where everything happened again, and kind of go up to that room and see if we can notice anything up there that would look out of place.
All right.
I agree.
Dragon, you are kind of wondering where Malak is at this point.
I start walking down the stairs.
Okay. I would say about the time you hear Malak talk about going back to the place of his death, you'd kind of hear part of the, like, as you're straight coming down, you're starting to hear part of the I don't think he killed himself. And then you're at the base of the stairs when he's saying, let's go back and investigate.
Go back and investigate what, you guys?
Go back and investigate where he died, every square inch that we can.
What am I missing?
We'll explain kind of on the way.
You guys aren't going to show him the note. Henry's going to be like, hey, don't you think your buddy would want him to read that note?
And when he's done saying that, I kind of just shush him for a minute. I was like, I'm half torn with you at the moment.
Bite his finger as he tries to shush me.
I'm standing away from you with
Yeah,
my finger out.
He's at the base of the stairs, so there's quite a bit of distance.
He just bites at his finger.
Yeah. I like it. Little chihuahua.
Dude, what's wrong with you?
What's not wrong with me? It'd be a better list.
Wait, is that in character or out? Just for my own
That's
curiosity.
in.
Okay.
It's totally in character.
What note?
I'm gonna kind of look over it again, just hand him the note, and I'm gonna say this doesn't change what we talked about upstairs.
Dragon just kind of reads the note silently for a second, rolls it up, opens up his pocket, sticks it in his pocket, closes it on the left side inner pocket, so it's like stuck near his chest.
Okay.
Kind of look at Malak and tell him, okay, and this is mine.
I'm gonna kind of nod my head and be like, "Well, let's go."
All right, so you all head
And
back.
who's gonna ask, does your buddy need the sheet back on my new friend over here?
I'm gonna say probably just keep his face covered for a little
Throw
bit
the
longer.
sheet back over Traka. And
I
Traka
had
just
to just
walks behind me still.
I had to just think about what he was talking about for a second.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Well
So
played,
I
sir.
feel like it makes
Well,
the bar scene even more awkward because
Yeah.
now I've covered him back up with the sheet.
Yeah, and it's weird because you guys start heading out, and everyone's just—they're not staring directly at you. They have enough common sense to kind of like slyly do it, but some of you have some pretty good perception as is. You can tell they're definitely following you guys out, like not following, but following here with their eyes, like. And as you get to the doorway, you start hearing them all whisper, like, "Oh my God, did you see that? What the fuck was that?" Kind of just whispers of, like, "Holy crap, did that seriously just happen? What just happened? Like, what did we come into?" Very very much an interesting night at the bar.
I'm gonna just before we leave, I want to kind of lean my head in and be like, whisper, 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 whisper. Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna see if they hear you since you're whispering. Oh yeah, they do. Nat 20. And they're all just all
Yeah.
silent, like immediate silence, and a couple of them turn like beet red, embarrassed at being caught in whatever they were doing, and a couple of them kind of just lower their heads, like, "Wow," kind of thing, right? Yeah. So you guys
Well,
head back.
I gotta pull my head out of the door and just walk away, busting out laughing.
Perfect. All right. So Henry, I'm assuming you're following along, yeah?
Yes.
Awesome. Malak, what have you done with your pipe? It is still 4 hits isn't emptying it out. So
I'm gonna probably, in all seriousness, just dump the rest of it back into the container.
okay.
And then I'm gonna probably use my produce flame real quick, just the tip of my finger, and burn out the rest of it real quick. Like not like smoke it, but kind of roast it so it doesn't have any smell to it.
Yeah. Cool. Sounds good. You guys walk back to the scene of the crime, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. As you walk up, it seems the majority of the people have cleared out. It's been about an hour to 2 hours probably since you guys found Traka's body. You guys get there. You kind of see pretty unsuccessfully people have tried to knock dirt onto the blood so it just looks like mud, but it still has that very coppery scent to it. As you're walking up, you can definitely smell it, and you all are very familiar with the smell, being adventurers, of blood mixed with mud. What do you guys do?
Jurgen starts tearing up a little bit as he starts walking up the staircase and into the place to look at the balcony and that.
Malak, I'd like to also follow up with him and go up to the balcony where Traka fell off of.
Henry is going up there as well. He's going to have Traka and Walter like guard the base of the stairs.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, you guys.
Henry's going to go straight outside and just lean against the balcony railing.
Sounds good.
No, I'm gonna. Oh, okay, never mind.
No,
Never
go
mind.
ahead.
No, I'm gonna. Once we get up to the top of the stairs, I was gonna ask Henry if we could use Traka as a test dummy to see if we can get him to land back where he did and what those circumstances would take.
Henry's like, for science? Okay. Traka! Traka comes up the stairs and goes next to the railing, and Henry pushes him.
So just before Henry pushes him, I'm gonna tell Dragoon to turn around. Not look at him, but to look around on the other side of the room.
Dragoon turns around and like covers, what you would think is his ears, and just starts kind of humming real loudly to himself.
Okay.
And then I'd like to check to see if he landed where he did last time.
Henry, roll a strength check.
Oh, good call.
$17.
Yeah, you kind of have Chaka stand there. I would say you didn't really give him much direction, so I'd say he's facing you guys. And you push him over the railing, and he kind of topples through. He lands roughly in the same spot, but is facing the wrong way.
Okay, looks like it works to me. It seems to land where you wanted him to. I rolled and Traka took 18 damage.
Cool.
Put him down to 4, but he is still alive. So
Awesome.
Traka, mangled and broken again, stands back up and goes back to his guard post.
So I'm gonna I want to go and look at the railing to make sure that there's not like any prints on top of it, if that makes any sense. Like if there's any dirt from like what would be Traka's shoes, like if he stood up on it and jumped.
Okay.
Henry's gonna be like, I got you, I got it, and he's gonna really sloppily check out the railing and look at everything. Be like, it looks good. I think nothing's here. There's no marks or anything. It's a little blood from him just getting pushed.
I'd like to look just to be safe.
Okay.
Imagining Henry had like drug his hand through the blood pool that Traka had left just because he's already a zombie and there's still wet flesh on him.
True.
So it kind of smeared it down the railing.
Malak, go ahead and roll an investigation with disadvantage because it's been disturbed.
Okay. First one's 17. Second one is 16.
Yeah, so it's been disturbed pretty much a lot. Henry kind of wiped down Traka's blood because, I mean, he's still technically a zombie, so he's still oozing out stuff. And being pushed over, it definitely left a smear on it. I'd say looking around the banister, there's not much you can really discern.
Okay. So I didn't see anything. That's just going to lead me to believe that he was murdered.
Okay.
And especially just because of where he landed, it seemed like everything had worked out just the way that if we were to try to conduct it any other way, you know what I'm saying? So I'm confident in saying that he was murdered.
Roll an intelligence check.
An intelligence check?
Yep.
Okay. That would be a 14 and 2 for 16.
Okay. You know the size of Henry. He's kind of standing in front of you, and then you know the size. What little? I mean, you know Fredrickson, but just barely from the night before, and you kind of drank some too and smoked some, so your memory's not super, super clear. But Fredrickson was much bigger than Henry, so the difference between what Henry could do versus Fredrickson could be different in your head. Yeah. Take with that as you will.
So it took, I would say that it took Henry a little bit more than he's probably used to probably throwing to get Traka over. He still did it pretty well, but it wouldn't have taken very much for Fredrickson, who was a larger dude, just to kind of chuck him over.
Don't forget, Traka was pretty big himself, being a half orc.
Traka's buff.
I'm definitely leading towards Fredrickson. He was the only person that was with him, which would make him a prime suspect.
Is
Henry's gonna insinuate that, oh, definitely that makes 100% sense that Fredrickson gentleman would have killed him, but we need to find a reason why.
So I'm gonna kind of think to it and not really be able to put much together. Like Brandon said, Moloch was most definitely drinking and was most definitely smoking, and shit is definitely not as clear as it could be. So I'm gonna go and talk to Dragoon and round everybody up downstairs and outside and tell them that we need to go find Fredrickson.
Nylar, go ahead.
Is Sharkbait gonna elaborate what he saw on the roof? Out of character.
I don't know if Sharkbait is even here anymore. Like, I don't know if Drake's still here.
He may have passed out.
Yeah, he works. This is like his only day off, so I think he passed out on the call. I would assume he does fill you in with what you've seen on the roof. And him describing it looks very similar to the cloaks that you and Dragoon saw, or the cloaked figures that you and Dragoon saw in the crowd.
So obviously, guys, if you recall that, who was it? Me and Dragoon both saw these cloaked figures.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so Dragoon, this kind of sounds like the dudes we saw at the ceremony. We need to figure that out too. He said he saw something on the roof. Should we go up there and check out and see if we notice anything?
Yeah, well, can we get on the roof? Tyler, let me throw you up there.
Yeah, I'd say you guys can try to. One of you could try to climb up there, or you can try to throw him. I guess. It'll be with disadvantage though, Dragoon, because you're still pretty fucked up about it.
Dr.
That's fine.
Floyd could fly him up there, couldn't he?
Yeah, Dr. Filbert Freud could definitely fly me.
Could he technically take Dr. Filbert Freud?
Oh, you already said it.
What?
Yeah, that's true. I did. Don't I? Yep. All right. Here we go.
Never mind.
Yep. Never mind. Okay. Now, strength, right?
Yeah.
16.
I'd say it's pretty good enough to kind of throw him up there.
Getting
Nylar,
thrown?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm throwing you.
onto the
Dick.
roof.
And
Nylar,
then-
The first time he's thrown me.
I need you to roll a dex check to see if you can grab onto something.
Dex save or just dex check?
Just a check.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah, you're starting to slip. You're about halfway down the roof at this point. Dragoon, you see him start sliding. Dr. Filbert Freud, you're probably able to see him start sliding too.
I book it.
Philbert,
and start
come
trying
pick
to
me up.
follow him.
Yeah, can I speak up and be like, Filbert, can you come grab me? I'm slipping.
I'm gonna fly up there and grab him before he falls.
All right. Make a dex check, Dr. Filbert Freud. See if you can get up there quick enough to catch him.
Okay.
Mr. Rolling. I'm gonna start rolling another character.
Fuck math. I hate math. 22.
Oh yeah, you're able to get up there pretty quick, and you grab him with your chair's. Like it's weird. His chair kind of like falls almost into like where his wheels are more propellers than anything, and where the bars would be are kind of like little grappling hooks where his talons should be instead, because he has no use of his legs. He utilizes his wheelchair to grab onto you as you start sliding down.
I forgot he doesn't. I forgot he was in a wheelchair. Can Elton John's song be going on? Rocket Man.
Yes, very much so.
I have a speaker on the back of my chair. Rocket Man.
I love it.
Coming to save your ass.
All right, yeah, you're able to pick him up pretty quickly. and you're kind of just hovering above the roof at this point. Nylar, what exactly were you looking for?
I was just trying to see if I could find any like a note, just anything that just seems out of place that shouldn't be on a more of a man-made, like I'd say man-made, but the whole place is man-made.
Yeah, go
like-
ahead and roll an investigation. And then Dr. Filbert Freud, since you are hovering
Yeah.
with him, I'll have you go
Uh-huh.
ahead and do one too.
Investigation, you said?
Yep.
19 for Nylar.
Same, 19.
Damn. Okay. Looking around, you see a couple misplaced shingles, like maybe someone had slipped up here. But it is on the same side that Sharkbait kind of told you about, that that dark-eared cloaked figure that he saw.
Check your messages, Brandon.
You also see, you kind of see the few broken pieces on that side, and you kind of see like one of the makeshift gutters that these buildings have, kind of like broken a little bit to where like someone had jumped down into an alley. But looking around on the other side, you also see, what was your investigation again, Nylar? Both of yours was 19.
Yeah.
You would both see a few drops of blood on the balcony side.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Nylar if he wants to go look at things closer.
Yeah, I would like to look at this this blood, even though I have no medicine, but let's do it.
Yeah. So you guys approach. Go ahead and roll a medicine check for each of you.
Okay. Ooh, sweet. Yeah.
What'd you roll?
24.
21.
Damn.
22, sorry. 22.
You guys are rolling high tonight. Jeez.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You see
we got our own show going on, Filbert.
I
Dr.
guess
Filbert
so.
and Nyla, our investigation.
wow,
yeah.
Crime scene
CSI over
investigation.
here. So you guys,
CSI with Dr. Phil and Nylar.
I love it. You guys see, you actually see a small trail, and it looks like there may have been like someone cut something up here, or cut something somewhere, and it's like just a trail of whatever path they took, and it does lead to the edge of the roof, right above Fredrickson's balcony.
Oh.
So I can't find, like, other than the blood and the trail that ends at the balcony.
I mean, it's blood. Looks like any other blood.
Obviously. But I'm like, nobody, nothing else, no, I don't want to say boot print because I'm not that smart.
Like footprints or any prints or anything.
There's definitely like squish marks. But
Squish marks.
yeah, I mean, someone stepped in it for sure. But you got to remember, they didn't have like sneakers back then, right? It was all just straight soled. Sometimes just even cloth. So, with that high of investigation and medicine, I will say you would notice that if it was somebody that had a lot of heft to them, it would have had a bigger spread when they stepped onto it because of more pressure. This one is a little smaller. So it's someone light-footed.
Like a ninja. Or an assassin. No, so well, like, the reason the reason at this blood is like it could be Traka's, but it also could be the person.
Yeah,
because Traka fought back, type shit.
yeah. All you can tell from this is it's blood, though.
But does it look like this would probably be the spot that Traka was pushed?
You actually
Or
see
could have been pushed.
You see the trail, and I mean it's just a few drops every once in a while, but on the actual balcony itself, I'm sorry, not balcony, the roof above the balcony, there is more droplets there. Make an intelligence check, both of you, since you're both up there.
Do we do advantage or disadvantage?
Just straight rolls.
$11.
14.
Looking around on this particular spot, I mean, it seems to be a little more blood there than what you see as they were walking. So likely they sat here for a little longer than they were moving. So it may have been less of an opportunity of attack and more of a kind of a stalking, waiting attack. Which would also probably make you believe that this isn't something that someone was just standing up here for a minute and fighting. Otherwise, there'd be more spread.
This kind of makes me feel like he sat here for a minute before he. Probably the dude was talking to him before he threw him off, or he just sat here before he jumped off. I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm assuming you guys are kind of relaying this to everyone as you're finding it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dragoon, Malak, you hear all of this. What do you guys think?
I want
What
to
do you
throw
guys
an
make
investigation myself, if possible, on like the area where it seems attacked.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Well, I'm really not sure what to believe.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Henry's gonna misty step up there and land like directly in the blood pile or the blood drops
Okay.
and ask what's going on.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a sec. Dragoon, what was your investigation?
Dirty 20.
You do see some kind of scuffle on the actual landing area and a little bit inside the room. There's probably a little bit of blood on the floor, but you do know that Traka was kind of messed up too. So that's seeing blood isn't unusual in this kind of scenario. You could probably trace it all the way to the point of either being lifted or pushed over the railing, and that's kind of where you lose it.
Can I relay that to everyone?
Yeah.
And then go, had to be someone good. It's Traka we're talking about. A man doesn't go down that easy.
I'm gonna agree
Dragoon,
with
you have
him,
a
honestly.
fates card. Dragoon.
$21.
Okay. That's another good one, man. Two in a row. Succeed on an attack roll.
Oh.
Where was this at when you were attacking Henry?
It's probably a good thing I didn't.
That would have been what, max damage?
Yeah.
Plus
Killed him
everyone would have got a turn to attack him.
That would have been bad.
Yeah.
He would have had to roll a new character.
Well, with that, boys, we're going to kind of leave it there on the cliffhanger of this investigation, as it is closing to 11 o'clock, and I got to let the puppy out. So tune in next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to continue this investigation of Traka's death. Also, no stream this Sunday, as it is Memorial Day. So I'll pick up the Pirate Campaign next Sunday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm not in Central Time Zone. Yeah, so this has been interesting. Traka is dead. and Henry's in place. We'll see what happened. Hopefully next episode. So catch us then. And as always, be kind to each other. Do something nice for someone tomorrow. Love each other, but most importantly, love yourselves. Have a good night, and fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Cancer.